Hi, and welcome to Homeschool Advice with Laura Geis. I'm Laura Geis, author of the Homeschool Toolkit and founder of homeschooladviceonline.com. Now last week I had a mom write in and ask me about her 3 children. They're in 3 different grades, and she wanted to know how is she going to make sure that she teaches everything she's supposed to teach. What kind of teaching schedule can she come up with so she doesn't forget anything? So I suggested that we come up with a weekly teaching plan for her so that she'll know exactly what she's expected to do every day. Now, I'm not a big fan of minute-by-minute plans, 8:30 to 8 to 9 o'clock we're going to do math, and 9 o'clock to 9:15 handwriting. That's just a little too rigid for me. What I like to have is a general outline of what do I need to accomplish today, and it doesn't matter what order I get it done in, as long as it gets accomplished, that's fine with me. So sometimes those scheduling books that are minute by minute, the schedule almost dictates how you run your day, and it just is an added stress trying to get things fit into that schedule, rather than having a schedule that relieves some of your stress because you don't have to worry about, am I forgetting something? So I suggest going with something pretty general. Now, I said last week we got started on this chart where we were listing all of the subjects that we were going to be teaching, and then across the top we listed all the kids that we were going to have in school. So what we want to do today is look and see, are there any areas where we can double up our teaching time? And I see right away at the top of the chart I've got reading, and I have a 1st grader, a 4th grader, and a 7th grader. And obviously for reading, it's not going to work to teach these guys reading together. They're on their own levels. Same thing with math. Normally each child is going to have his own math program. But here when I get to grammar, now I have a 4th and a 7th grader. For me, that's a little too much of a spread to share that. But if you had, let's say, a 4th grader and a 6th grader, you could probably get by with maybe buying a 5th grade grammar curriculum and doing it with both of them together. A lot of subjects are that way, like science, health, foreign language. If you shoot for the middle, and by that I mean, if you have a 3rd grader and a 5th grader, you choose something for a 4th grader, you won't be too far off. If you look at a major curriculum publisher and you look at their 3rd grade science book, their 4th grade book, and their 5th grade books, they're not going to be that different. Maybe 5th grade goes into a little more detail, but the same basic subjects are going to be covered. I mean, grammar is the parts of speech and usage, and that doesn't change from grade to grade. So you might double up some time if you can combine that somehow. Another area I can probably combine down here is history. I like to do history, everybody together right here, so I will only have one history lesson plan to make, so I'm going to save time. I'm also going to save time because I have only one history plan to teach, so I'm saving double the time. I save money because I only have to buy one history curriculum. And my kids have a lot more fun because we're all studying the same time period of history, so we can read extra books about that time period and do projects together that we couldn't do if everyone was working on something separate. So it makes it a lot more fun. So it saves you time, saves you money, makes it a lot more fun. And you're saying, well, you have a 1st grader and a 7th grader and they're going to do this history together. Yeah, just choose some books that are kind of from the middle, so they get the general idea of what's happening in history, maybe do a timeline together, and then these older kids, you can assign them extra projects, extra reading, and then maybe the younger ones, if you do testing or have a lot of worksheets or something like that, maybe you won't require that from them. Maybe they're just required to, listen to a story or whatever about that time period. So anywhere you can combine, go ahead and look at the chart we made last week and circle up anytime you can double your teaching efforts, because that will double your time. Now, next week we're going to look at how we turn this into a personalized plan for each of your separate students. And if you need that blank plan sheet, remember, visit www.homeschooladviceonline.com and download either the free plan book or go click on the free downloads tab, and you'll find that in there under the homeschool toolkit free downloads. So I'll look forward to seeing you next time.